Hello and welcome back to my next Storymode playthrough, where hopefully third time is the charm here. Alright, I see a bunny. Maybe trying to get all the berries, but of course, somewhere the bunnies have stolen from us. These are on us like rabbit eating berries. This is my life. Okay. So yeah, some very interesting things happened over here, and I'm planning to have more interesting things happen. But before we do that, we're over here on Dukduk's island. He's looking at the rabbit. She's frustrated. Okay. I think Misla's asking her siblings what happened. I was just going in the water, you guys were staying behind preparing to cross the next day. Why are you all here? Where's Prinu? And they're gonna have to explain to her. I don't know if Venuku or Taduk is the one that warlord over there wanted as a mate, but I think Prinu will try and explain that they were attacked by the Green Line, and she's like, no, the Green Line, they were the ones who orchestrated the meeting, they're a fine line, they wouldn't do something like that. And he said, no, they did, they came over and they asked Prinu, or whichever one it is, to be their mate, and we refused because we're all, trying to stick together, and he's not interested in that, and we refused them, and then they attacked us. And she's like, well, why didn't you defend him? Where's Prinu? Is Prinu dead? And they're like, well, he told us to all get in the water, to all run, and next thing you know, we're in the water, and I didn't see what happened. Venuku would maybe pipe in and say, I saw him being attacked, fighting on the beach. It's a little much for Misla to take in, and she's shocked. She's shocked her brother is with them. They're on this new island, and she's absolutely devastated. I mean, she never thought she'd have to be without her brother Prinu. And I think, and I think they're going to, and maybe Taduk remarks, they named this place, and she says, well, we should go back over and try and help Prinu. We should swim back over there and rescue him. And he's like, that's insane, there's too many of them, and the currents are too strong. This place, if we go back again, we could die. There's the reason they call this place Dukduk's death. And she's like, don't ever call it that again. The Green Line have betrayed us. That's their name for it. We will call it something else. And Venuku says, let's call it betrayal, because the Green Line has betrayed us, and we must never forget that. We must never trust them. And I think they'll all agree, and they'll agree to call this island Prinu's sacrifice, after their brother and his sacrifice. And Misla's like, okay, let's try and eke out a survival on this wretched island. And I think Prinu would encourage her and say, no, that's not what our brother would have wanted us to think like that. We have to continue on and be strong for him and make this new island our new home. And they'll start to try and get some food because they are starving, and explore this island a little bit. And that is that. Alright. And yes, Bearyena. Friendly Bearyena, Tareem. It is wanting to mate with Tareem, is what it looks like. Okay. It's like, yes, I choose you. This is what happened to Loelana too. Bearyena's like, oh well, Loelana's not coming back. to cooler. Oh, is that? It's just a razor on a cooler is a bunny hunter. It's what he does. Well, Naname is probably a little bit sad now after her father is passing away, but Ralala has kind of taken her under her wing. It's maybe an adopted child, and she's teaching her how to collect berries, which, in her opinion, is the best kind of food, perhaps. Although, you know, or the best time maybe for females to collect. You know, have the males run around and catch all the bunnies. That's too much work. Although Loelana is still in love with that Bearyena. Maybe Ralala is distracted. She'll try and slip away. And I think she'll see her long lost love through the grasses. Anaram might probably come and try and stay with her mother, but I don't think Loelana wants to attract any more attention. She's like, no, go collect berries over there. Stay out of my way. I don't think Taduk is very happy about the Bearyena hunting. Half is wanting to yeah. I think he's like, stay away from my daughter, beast. He doesn't know even what his intentions are. He just knows that he is tracking down his daughter. I don't think Tareem's one to fall for a Bearyena either. I really don't know about that though. I'm pretty sure these are supposed to be the red-blue line technically. I think Tareem's gonna retreat a little further. Hey, there's a nest right there we never knew about. Tareem would be a little bit excited and proud of herself, perhaps. I'll tell the baby to hide in the grasses. I think Ismail will come back over here to protect her child. And Taduk would make sure to clear some grasses and then stand over by his children. Tareem can try and collect it, not because why not? Oh, you accidentally cleared that grass. I'm trying to see where the bunnies are stealing berries from me. Okay. Not there, not there, not there. I think we collected all the berries. Oh, except here. I found some. There's a berry bush over there, but nobody cares. And that one's probably already been raided, I guess. I'm going through all the islands right now, just looking for berries. Long Island. We should probably go over to Pink Island. I think I already collected the berries over here for the turn. Oh well, if I hadn't, they're gone now. Capri can continue collecting his berries over on Long Island. I think Kuta's a bit disturbed at the scene they found here. Maybe some leftover sense of blood, but is Komi smashing her head on a rock, and their sister is gone, or however they're related. They're not related, it doesn't look like. Who are you related to? Anasira. Yeah, you're one of the ones who were, okay, so you're one of the ones who was the children of the parents who one of them died crossing over and the other died shortly after. And they siblings just survived kind of on here on Long Island before they were found by the inhabitants, blah 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 blah. Okay, I got it. I know who you are now. Alright. So yeah, I think they're a bit disturbed, but I mean, this Comey's not related to them. They're going to try and crack open a coconut. Maybe they're playing a game. They're not that old. They're like, who can crack open the coconut first? I don't really know what I'm even doing on this island. You just had a child. You can try and teach your child how to crack open coconuts and fail at it. And maybe tell them some stories. It's just to make her little brother to play, and finding that he cannot play, she will go talk to Claire, who was just a child, you know, not that long ago. She's like, how about we play the crack the coconut game? And she's like, that's boring. She's like, okay, fine. I'll play you some tag. Tag, you're it. She'll wait a turn for her. There, Kuno, who is you? You don't really have to do much of anything. Really. You can collect grasses, because we don't have much nesting material. Topper, you can try and dutifully gather some roots. Taduk, do you have mate? No, you don't. I don't think you have any genes we really need either, but I don't really know that for sure. You kind of look cool. You both look cool. I think they're not even related, but they still both look cool. Yeah. They're not even closely related. Since they both come from an original pink line, they both have pink in their gems. They probably are. Yes, Nuvan is winning Crack the Nut game. Yes, these two over here are getting all the nuts. Kirkunu can try and get nuts too, to help out his sister. Is that your mate? Who is your mate? Prinu, why are you all the way over where you are? He's not over there. Where is he? Me forgetting where I put my nichelings. Okay, you're over here collecting nuts while your mates get you. Get back over here. Spend some time with your kids. You're going to die soon. Come make more children. I don't really know. I guess she would probably stay with her. I mean, there's not much danger. I think she's gonna go yell at her mate. Is there a mole? Yes, there is. Oh, there's one under there too. And Neil can come up here and watch her mother. Like, come back. Okay. Alright. Well, that was interesting. Alright, we got some other story things we gotta get to this episode, so I better get moving. Okay, over here. I know I did some of this last episode, but I'm gonna continue. Okay, Sisana. I think Elmi and Ralala are gonna be like, hey, who are you? And she's like, I'm Sisana, and that's my brother Prinu. They're like, what's a brother? And she's like, oh, it's like a sister except they're male. They're like, cool, I can't wait to have a brother. Okay. I forget which one was traumatized and probably loves bunnies. I kind of forget. I should have to look back at the videos, but it doesn't matter for now. We'll continue this in a little bit, actually, when it makes more sense. I literally skipped to the next day. I didn't mean to. Okay. Huh. Okay. Huh, I guess he gave up. Now he's staring into the darkness. He's so sad. He's so sad. Nobody loves him. He's staring at a root. I literally don't even know what he's doing. He's so sad. He's so sad. I'm gonna take a picture of that just in case there's nothing else that happens to this. Yes. And in the distance, his mate is coming. He's been rejected. He's sad. Okay. But don't worry, redemption is coming. Alright. Loelana's like, I don't care about bunnies or berries or anything. I'm gonna go, hurry before they notice I'm gone. But first we shall maybe go gather. Let's gather over here first. Me feeling pain. Oh wow, for once they didn't kill all the berries over here. Quick, get the berries. Quick, get the berries. Alright. There's a bunny, that means there's probably a berry bush. Ah, a leech already, a leech. A leech! Oh my gosh. It's Susana, of course it's Susana. Surprising. Of course they already emptied these over here. Surprising they haven't gotten to these yet. Literally, they're probably wrecking havoc on Arrival Island. Because that's always they wreck havoc. Even though that's like the most settled island, with the most nichelings and the least amount of non-seeable space and grass. I don't know, this has a lot of seeable space and not grass, but still, they wreak havoc over here. It's just because they have so many burrows and I don't try and control them enough. Of course. It's like, I must get my berries. Oh, you exist. Hello? Hello? Hello, you have horrible genetics. You do have the claw, though, which I think is very rare in our family. And I do like you, and we're not like militant inchling struggling to survive. Yeah, we have no claw. We have no claw. I think we want to invite you. Hello, you have horrible genetics. I'm inviting you. Yes, be my friend. Where in the world did you come from? I mean, literally, like I was saying, Arrival Island, it makes no sense. There's the most amount of nations here. We've been settled here the longest, and yet everything spawns here. I don't understand it. Like, Mimi's Island, that would make sense. Or, like, this guy literally grew up in the nest. That's kind of sad. Get out of that nest, buddy. We must have more. You must have baby siblings. Or as Rana died, Miana's just like, I'm running out of time. I must go find a mate. I could mate her with the newcomer. No, I can't. Yes, I can. But I think she's gonna go find a little more familiar mate. I don't know. Like, she is the exact same as Cooler. Me trying to find Cooler a mate just because I love him. I think Kieran's like, what? You want to be my mate? Where did you come from? Help. 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 He's like, okay, sure, why not? It's just like, yes, I will have heirs. Okay, this was very awkward. That's not a love story at all. Me moves this nicheling all the way over here. That's sad. She's like, I'm tired of picking those berries. Ralala's like, fine, I'll go pick the berries. But they're like, no, come back. You suck at picking berries, my child. Or my sister. Okay, my sister. Sister, you suck at picking berries. Thanks for your confidence, sis. Okay. Taduk's like, hi, I exist. I just came out of the ocean. It makes no sense that I exist, but I exist. Okay. That's totally fine. We'll find something to do with you. amazing. They haven't wreaked havoc on this island yet. Amazing. There's still berries that exist. Kirvan's gonna be like, okay, time to go back to my berries. You all have fun. Oh, there's a beautiful moment between father and son that I don't want to mess up over there. Nice. Be like, is that a berry bush? Yeah. Look at all these bunnies. There's bunnies for lunch and dinner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bunnies, bunnies, and more bunnies. They like, sounds good to me. Yummy. Bunnies. Efficient bunny killers. Taking out their aggressions. They're like, hey, there's a nest here. That's a good sign, right? Somebody cleared away this rock. I don't think it was us. Somebody must have been here before. Like, ooh, interesting. Okay. We're gonna do Bearyena love arc in a minute here. Okay, anyways, now that we've gathered, I think, all the berries, we can continue with the story. Okay. I think Taduk here will come over here and ask his mate about Sisana. And then he'll come over here and talk to Sisana. And I think Prinu will come over here and pick the bug off of Sisana. Okay. I said Sisana like 3 times in 1 minute. And he'll ask, so my mate says you don't know what family line. Maybe if we knew your parents' names, that would help. She's like, my mother's name is Mimi. And he's like, oh yeah, that sounds familiar. Hey, what's this? Come over here. She's like, okay, siblings, go watch your sister. And they're like, okay, fine. It's kind of okay. And she's like, yeah, we were over on Yellow Line Island. And he's like, oh yeah, your mother is probably of the Yellow Line. And he's like, you know, and they're like, well, our father was named Dukduk. And they're like, yeah, we never heard that name before. And our mother named that island over there after him. That's Dukduk's island, and this is the island of Mimi after our mother. And they're like, okay, cool, we don't really care about names. We don't care about naming this island, really. We just want to survive. They're like, okay, that's nice. So yeah. So, yeah, and I think our father came from, like, Nuvan or something like that. And they're like, oh, well, we never saw that island, but some creatures were talking about it and heading that way, talking about some meeting or something. We didn't have time for it. We needed to get up here and start having children. Speaking of which, having more children. They're like, oh my gosh, avert our eyes. Well, anyways, it's good to have neighbors in case of bad things happening. They're like, yeah, it is good to have neighbors. I hope you guys, I wish you guys the best of luck, and we'll stay in touch. And yeah, now at least you know you're our Yellow Line. And they're like, okay, thanks, that helps. Anyways, we ought to get going and get exploring. You guys can have this berry bush. We're gonna go find some of our own. There's a rock. Okay. That didn't go quite as good as I wanted it to, but we gotta move on. Okay, and over here, psychopath. Okay, she's not a psychopath. She's just a warmongering warlord who's lonely. Okay. Dukduk's just like, I'm gathering berries. Anybody else gathering berries? Taduk's like, we're scraping out a living for my family. Rossi's like, woohoo, I can move. Nobody in the world. Alright. Taduk's like, yeah, we should really get going off this island. Especially after they're being told the tales, the dreaded tales of... I should see if Prinu can live longer. I shall roll dice. Okay, anyways. Because he is of the pink line. I think they've been told some horrible tales about the green line's current state. And they're a little bit anxious to get off the island now. With the new leader, Elko, having war and such, and forcefully taking mates. You know, that's not exactly the kind of thing you want children to grow up around, or you want to deal with yourself. Alright, but anyways, I think Elko's like, yes, now I have an heir, but it's not a female. We must fix that. We must have warriors. Okay, but anyways, I have an heir. Well, I can't call him a mate. That would elevate him beyond his position. And they're like, yeah, let's call him a slave. Okay. And she's like, yeah, that sounds familiar. And they're like, yeah, our father's old tribe used to just use that word or something. And he's like, yeah, our grandfather, Nuvan's old tribe. And she's like, yeah, that sounds good. He's slave. Okay, continuing forward. I have one slave, I have one heir, but I want more. I must have more slaves and or mates. And they must be of his line because I want to make them suffer. Okay. And because I'm still in love with that one. They're like, that's not exactly a good idea. It's not exactly like, the waves are peaceful right now, Elko. I think they're a little bit fearing for their own safety here. Prinu even in the comments says not to go in that water. Elko's like, well, if you do this, then you can have anything your heart desires. Anything, I will grant you anything. And they're like, okay, well, that sounds good. Let's do it. Let's go for it. Okay. And Prinu's like, wait. Don't do this. I beg you, don't do this. And she's like, why? Why should I listen to you? You're the one who didn't let me have your brother. Then your brother would have been a mate. We would have had good relations. Everything would have been fine. But no. You had to deny me because you just had to. I don't even know. Didn't you want him to have a family line? He could have been the most powerful person in the whole land. But no. Now your siblings are probably dead anyways. I just need to be sure. Okay. Because you told them to run away, into the dangerous ocean. And why should I listen to you? You're a slave anyways. And he's like, well, because first of all, your people will probably die, as you point out. It's very dangerous right now. And second of all, they'll run away some more, or maybe even kill your people. And third of all, if you don't go after them, I will be obedient. Otherwise, I will probably try and escape and kill people. I don't think he's gonna say that. Basically, he promises to be an obedient mate/slave and settle into his life here if she does not go after his siblings. And now I must roll dice. Yes. Okay. Ooh, let's see how far we are in this thing anyways. Alright, we're getting probably to the end here. But first I shall roll dice. Let me use Google Chrome, which I hate. Privacy invasive, but, So what if Google sees I like dice? It sees me roll dice I don't think that'll do much. .org. Yes, now they know I like random.org. Oh no. But I'm not opening up Firefox with all those billions of tabs again, because that's why my niche game kept freezing. So, and Chrome's a resource hog, so this might not work either. You know what? This is a bad idea. Let me just go, literally find physical dice. That'd be a better idea than this. Me now accidentally freezing my niche game over rolling dice. This happens to me a lot, apparently. This is sad. Chrome's like, no, I hate you as much as you hate me. Okay. I'm a little concerned. Just a little bit concerned. Okay, now I'm a lot concerned. Why? Why does this happen every time I want to roll dice? It's just like my computer's running fine until I tell it to do something else. It's like, oh no, too many processes. I'm going to die. I died. That's it. It's over. I died. Okay. We can just sit here listening to niche music for the next 10 minutes. Isn't that lovely? While I wait for my computer to respond. And this whole recording probably just died. And I don't know how to fix it. I don't know. I shouldn't have done this. This is a bad idea. I knew it was a bad idea. It's just like, why does it matter? You guys trust me, right? I can just roll dice and tell you what happened. I don't have to roll it while it's recording. It's just a habit I've gotten into. Okay. This is just sad. Just completely sad. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know how to fix this. I'm gonna try and fix it though. I have to try. I can't even reach delete. I'm trying to do control. Oh, delete. Ugh. Jeez. Okay. Wow. That worked. Okay. Okay then. Okay. Okay. Note to self. Do not open Chrome while trying to play Niche. Note taken. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go find a die so I don't kill my computer. Hold on a second. Well, it's 10 at night. I don't want to wake anyone up. I'm just going to use my phone, and I'm going to look up random.org on my phone, which is going to work fine. On my phone. Here we go. Okay, we're good. Everything's fine. Everything is completely, absolutely fine. This will make my videos go quicker, too, if I can do this. My phone's like, no, I'm not working either. Nothing is working tonight for you. Thank you, phone, very much. This is what happens when I'm tired and record each episode. I'm just putting random. There we go. It came up. It came up. Can I do I'm just gonna do a random number between 1 and 6. It's like a die. Who cares if it's really a die or not? Okay. Alright, I already got the numbers inside my head. Let's just roll this thing. Alright. 2 is she is not convinced. Okay, this crazy thing is going ahead. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Prinu will never forgive her. I'm sure. And well, yeah, it was only a 1 in 3 chance she'd actually go ahead with this. But we'll see how that turns out probably next time. Rokir is seeing his son Nuno for the first time in like forever. He asked, I think I did this last episode where he asked him about how it went. And he's like, everything's fine, we're supposed to send representatives, blah, 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 blah. And this is Glace, who came with me, and the rest of them are not far behind. These two are also probably kind of eager to get off of that island. But this is the probably quickest way. Okay, let's roll also and see if we should give Prinu more health. More life. Okay. I'm pretty sure 3 and 4 was him and his children get it too. So there we go, beautiful. Alright, so he gets more life. Let's give Prinu more life before I forget. Alright. Change age. Increase age. Negative. Oh, we have to roll for how many days? 3. There we go. Beautiful. Prinu is now the only more, so that's great. I think him and Ralala are mates. They'll continue on through this crazy madness stuff. I think they're all a bit terrified. Prinu's screaming at them to help him. And they try and like put their paw over his mouth or something. I think they're honestly a bit terrified, but they're all kind of preoccupied. This is like the parable of the Good Samaritan where nobody helps the poor guy dying on the side of the road. Prinu's gonna make a break for it, maybe, and maybe he's gonna go try and warn his siblings. We'll see as Mita heads off to do her new objective. Only an experienced Duke is left to guard Prinu, and he's making a break for it. He's probably gonna die. I'm not even gonna need to use niche commands to kill him. And he has no time to wait. He's running. Yep. Elko made a mistake, I think. Elko's like, what are you doing there? Go after him. Poor Dukduk. Poor Dukduk's drowning. Everyone drowns in this thing. I just send them in there for story purposes and they all drown. Kinda sad, honestly. Mita probably sees the commotion and is going to try and help herself. Nokirvan's like, stop it, Mita, you're gonna die. Stop it. I do wonder. And he's like, no, get out of the water. Get out of the water. Oh, man. That's bad. It's like, look, me and Dukduk can go. You stay here. You're too old for this. You're gonna die. Man. I don't know if Mita's... I think she wants to go on to the next island. She doesn't want to be seen as a failure by Elko, which means she won't get to do anything, really. Elko's gonna kind of nervously crack some nuts and wonder if she really made a mistake. Maybe before denying Prinu, she should have at least had another child. Okay. They're like, what's going on over here? And she's like, you don't want to know, just leave this island. This island is bad now. And they're like, but we want to help. What's going on? And she's like, I don't even know what helping is. This mess will sort itself out. Priku's like, okay. Look, you have a mate. Just go on and try and make it to the northernmost island. I think Lace is the most scared of and shocked of them all, having seen pretty much the whole thing. Brokir can lead Nuno and Lace back up into their home. And she's like, you know, things have changed a lot since you left. Your mothers have died. I'm sorry to say. Oh, and I think her mate died too this turn. Last turn, I mean. Yeah, Van Prinu, he died. Man. Banu also grew up in the nest. I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, he didn't. He just hopped in the nest. And unfortunately, Dukduk has also died, his only surviving child. I think we'll do yellow, red, blue. I think that's already a pattern though, isn't it? Yeah. What about yellow, blue, red? We'll try that. No, yeah, I don't think that's gonna take it yet. He's like, well, I'm sorry. I didn't know that she would die before I got back. And he's like, it's alright, you were gone a while. She lived a full life. Well, come on. He's like, well, I will continue on our line, and we will go to that island over there to get to the northernmost island. I think Anarame is not happy trying to collect berries. I don't think Kuroduk thinks it's worth it to go up there. Try and get berries with the Bearyena there. Loelana. They're like, is that Bearyena just, is there a niche thing there? I don't think they want to find out. I think they're a little bit too scared to go over there and check it out, but it's certainly something suspicious. Maris is like, hey, what you doing, Dad? And she's like, Dream, just stay far away. She's like, okay, I'll sit over here and crack some nuts. Alright, well, I think it's getting to be the end of this episode here. And some interesting stories are starting to unwind. I think perhaps Ralala started to notice that Loelana's missing. I think she might too. Also, this is over on Bearyena / Ricoana's island / wild island / bunny rage island. I don't really know what this island is called, but it's an island. It's the second northernmost island. So I will see how that works out next episode. And to wrap up the episode, I think Rokir is finally going to tell his son about his mother's sister, who I can find on the family tree if I just go over and click on Rassi. Huh, I thought Rassi was the one that didn't explore. I guess maybe that was Race. Maybe they had similar names. I don't know. Anyways, who him and Lemire kind of shunned about how he was stupid once and bred 2 females and fell in love with both of them, and how he had to dump one of them because neither of them would have been happy, and the one he chose was his mother, and the other has a child of his on the other island over there, and if he went over there it would just be awkward, especially if he revealed his identity. Nuno, I think, is a little bit shocked by all this, to hear all this, and maybe might march off and go need to take a breath on another side of the island. So I think that's what he'll go do, if I can do it without getting stolen from by the bunnies. Okay. But there's nowhere he can really be alone. Maybe he'll sit over here by this rock, and Telero's like, over there like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. Look, I just learned some life-altering information I have to sit over here and process. I think Lace is also a bit shocked and might go and try and calm poor Nuno down. Rokir's like, well, I had to tell him, didn't I? I mean, maybe it would have never come up, but if he had found out another way, I think Islanlan will comfort her sibling. Yeah, they both are. Anyways, yeah, I think they'll sit by each other and comfort each other. Him about the loss of her maid, and her comforting him about what happened long ago, and him having to tell his son about that. He's tried to be the best father that he can, despite his mistakes, but they might be coming up to bite him now. And she's like, oh, that's just weird emotional stuff. Oh, geesh, I want to stay far away from that. And she's like, looky here, I can dig up a root. She's like, no, I was going to show you how I can dig up 3 in 1. I just got to find one. Here it is. She only dug up 1. Yeah, she only has 1 root digging. I'm sorry, I messed it up. He's like, haha, I can dig up more root than you. And he's just like, really? I thought I could dig up more. Alright, anyways, I think this is where I will end off this episode with drama happening on the island I don't have a name for. The Yellow Line Island, Nuvan's Island, Dukduk / Prinu's Sacrifice Island, and not as much happening on the other islands, but a little bit, just a little bit of drama happening on all these islands. So I think that's where I'll wrap up this episode for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time, and I'm going to exit to desktop, and I have a little bit more time to talk because this is just how this works. Alright, bye-bye.